Hello and welcome to episode number 8 of the Soggy Kookaburra podcast. This is my little corner of the internet where I get to talk about all my knitting and crochet adventures. If you're a new viewer, welcome aboard the crafty train. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for tuning in again. Today is Sunday, the 4th of November. Autumn has well and truly hit. It's lovely and chilly outside, which makes it a perfect day to stay indoors and knit, in my opinion. My name's Kathy. I'm coming to you from a small town in North Wales where I live with my husband, our teenage son, and our 2 cats, Pickle and Puka, who you may or may not see roaming around in the background today. So, as always, all my things that I talk about, all the links and everything are in the description bar down below, and if you enjoyed this episode and haven't already subscribed, please do so. It'd be lovely to see those numbers go up. I've got some exciting news towards the end of the podcast with regards to a giveaway, so do stay tuned if you can possibly bear it. Anyway, straight on, I've got my coffee, and although it's chilly outside, it's lovely and warm inside, so we can crack on. Finished objects. I have 3 finished objects this month. I've been very busy. Obviously, coming up to Christmas, lots of knitting to do, lots of gift knitting, and I'm pretty pleased with how I've gotten on. So, first up, the wonderful Christmas socks that I have made. I've made 2. I've just got one on a blocker because I have only got one blocker. So these are the Christmas socks for my very dear friend Belle, who lives in Australia. And they're just a plain vanilla pattern, nothing exciting in that regard, because I really wanted to show off the colours. And I call these my watermelon Christmas socks because they do remind me of the colours of a watermelon. And certainly in Australia, for me, Christmas was all about watermelons and other really lovely tropical fruits. So Christmas to me does mean watermelons, as odd as that sounds if you're from the Northern Hemisphere. So yeah, so they are finished. They are ready to go in the post, though I've got a few more bits and pieces that I'm waiting to be delivered, and so yeah, they probably actually won't get sent out until towards the end of November. But I'm really pleased with these. I hope they fit her. They should do, I think. And I'm just, yeah, really chuffed. So the yarn on this one is Opal sock wool. This one here, there's the ball band. Opal sock yarn, and it is Colourway 9442, and it is a 75% superwash virgin wool and 25% polyamide mix. So lovely socks. Really pleased with how they've come out. They don't quite match, but I quite like having only ever so slightly mismatched socks. I mean, at the top, they're they're the same but different. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, that's those done. My first finished object. Second finished object. Now this was a bit of selfish knitting, and I have to say, I just loved knitting with this yarn. Here they are, my stripy socks for me. Now, I have to confess, I have worn them once because when I finished them, it was a couple of weeks ago, and I just couldn't wait until the podcast to try them. So I did wear them for the day. They're wonderful. So the yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners in the Rum Paradise colourway with just some purple yarn that I had. I don't have a ball band for it, but I think it works quite well with little heels and toes. So this is a basic ribbed sock pattern by, let's see who it's by, Kate Atherley Designs. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, the link's down below, and it's great. I really like it. It's very comfortable because of the ribbing all the way down. They stay up really well. They're really cozy. I have actually made them ever so slightly too big, and that was quite deliberate because I have a couple of pairs of boots where I'd just rather have them slightly too big to wear with these boots, and they're kind of high boots as well, so hence the long cuff on them. So yeah, I'm really chuffed. So I have got 2 of those. I know I've only got one out, so there we go. And again, they're not matchy. Well, actually actually, they're pretty good looking at it. That's not too bad. Not perfect, but they're pretty close to matching, which I think is a bit of an achievement. Yeah, certainly the top looks pretty good. But I really enjoyed making these. I just love the colours of the West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. Yeah, they're so vibrant and beautiful. So yeah, these can now go in my box of socks, though my box of socks actually doesn't have a box yet. That's on my list. I've got a box in mind. I've seen it at a local shopping mall, and when I next get there, I'm going to definitely buy one because I'm building up quite a nice little collection. And there is something very satisfying about seeing all the socks that I have made for myself, because so many of my socks end up going as gifts. And there's just something very satisfying about having a box with all my hand knitted socks all just there on display, waiting to be worn. So yeah, really pleased with that. So these are a size 8 UK ribbed sock as well, so they are a bit bigger. And then my third and final finished object is a Christmas gift, another Christmas gift. This one is for my son Sebastian. I finally finished his Sockhead hat. And if you follow me on Facebook, you will have seen him wearing this. It does fit me as well. Now, I've not made it too slouchy because he didn't want a really slouchy one. But it does match the socks that I have made out of the same yarn. So this is, again, West Yorkshire Spinners in the cocktail range, and it's Blue Lagoon. And I just love those colours. They're so much fun. And he's really pleased with them. He wants to wear them now, but wear it now along with his socks. But I've said, no, you have to wait until Christmas. So yeah, I'm really pleased actually. This year I have made a beanie and a pair of socks for Seb, and a beanie and a pair of socks for my husband Stuart. So that's, you know, practical gifts. And they're both very happy with them. So yeah, that's my finished objects. So because I finished a few objects, that means that I got to cast on some new projects as well. First up, you will have seen this last week. I am almost finished. I was so hoping to get this finished before the podcast, but unfortunately I was struck down with a very nasty migraine on Friday, and that pretty much wiped me out until today. So I am very nearly finished, and you know, God's willing and my headache doesn't return, I'll look to finish these this week. These are the wool-free socks. So that's one that's complete, and it's the same ribbed pattern, the basic rib by Kate Atherley Designs. And as you can see, I am past the heel turn and onto, I've just finished the gusset actually, so I'm now onto the foot. And again, I have managed, thus far at least, to pretty much match the colourways. It all goes a bit weird at the heel, but that's okay, because it's the top bit that you mostly see, isn't it? So, yeah, this is just lovely yarn though. As I say, it's wool-free, and it's got bamboo in it, and it's that bamboo that makes it so silky. It's lovely to work with. And I'm going to have, I mean, that's how much yarn, there's a 100-gram ball. I'm going to have so much left over, so I'm going to do something that matches the socks. Now, whether that's a hat or whether that's some wristlets or gloves or something, anyway, there will be something that gets made out of the remainder of this yarn, because it is so lovely and silky and soft. And I just think it'd make a really nice something else. So yeah, and that's living in one of my favourite project bags. So that's nearly finished. And that's kind of pretty much, unless I'm very motivated and make something out of that other ball, that's pretty much the last of my Christmas gift knitting as well. So that means that the rest of it can be selfish knitting, which is very exciting even. Struggling to speak this morning, even though I've been up for quite a few hours. My brain just not happening. I forgot to mention, with that wool-free yarn, it's yarn Laine Perfect Pair, and the colourway I think is River. Don't quote me on that, but I'll put the details down below anyway. So new cast-ons, 2 new cast-ons. So if you recall, I think it was last podcast, my wonderful husband bought me some West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, Christmas yarn. And I finally got to, I decided once I was finished one of the projects that I've shown you already, I was going to cast on my next project, and it was going to be Christmas socks. So this is the yarn that I'm using. So this is all West Yorkshire Spinners 4-ply. Candy Cane, which is 2017's Christmas colourway, and Cayenne Pepper, which is matchy. And I am doing socks, of course. Now this is a new pattern for me. Excuse all the, look at all the ends, crikey. So this is how it started. Now this is the Vanilla Latte sock pattern, another free sock pattern on Ravelry, links down below. And it's coming out really nicely. It's a little bit different, so it's not quite as stretchy as the ribbed sock pattern that I was using, but it's still really lovely. And I really like the way that it kind of, and I think it'll look better after blocking as well actually, but I like the way that it kind of looks like stripes of candy cane. That was unintentional, but I like it a lot. So the Vanilla Latte socks are by Virginia Rose Jeans. And as I say, it's contrasting with the Cayenne Pepper colourway for the cuff and the heel, and that will also be the toe, obviously. I've only done this much because it's not been the highest of priorities, but if I can get this done before Christmas, I will be so pleased, because Christmas socks, hello? And I'll be honest, I'll wear them even at not Christmas. You know, I will wear them in the middle of summer if I want. So I'm really, really pleased with how that's coming out. Again, I just love the colours. I love the fact that it's not too garish. A lot of the Christmas yarn I've seen has been really like bright green and bright red and bright white. And actually, I like that this looks a bit vintage. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that anyway. So watch this space. They will be happening. It's a great pattern as well because it just is a little more interesting than a plain vanilla, but it's still pretty mindless. So that's great for TV watching, or I've been watching a lot of Neil Oliver documentaries. And if you don't know who Neil Oliver is, seriously, Google. He's a fantastic Scottish archaeologist with a wonderful accent. Perfect for sitting on the couch and knitting too. And my last, but certainly not least, new cast on is, sorry, I'm going to get it out of my stripy project bag. Okay, so this yarn is, what is this yarn? Let's have a look. It's another Opal sock and wool, or sock wool yarn, and the colourway is 9331. Now, the best thing about this yarn is that it's not only brightly coloured, but it is also very sparkly. How fantastic is that? Now, this is just a plain vanilla sock pattern because I really, really just want to enjoy the colours and the sparkle. And it does sparkle, like it properly sparkles as well. I don't know, you probably can't really see, but in real life, so sparkly. And these are for me because, hello, rainbows and sparkles, yes. So I've just got past the heel turn, so I'm about to start the gusset. And I even like the way that the sparkles pick up on that modified Eye of Partridge heel. I love that texture. I just think it's really fun. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying that. And again, these balls, they're 100-gram balls, and I don't use anything like 100 grams when I make a pair of socks. Not even for like the boys' big feet. You know, not 100 grams by any stretch. So I will have leftover of this. Now, whether I end up making another pair of socks with contrasting yarn for heels, toes and cuffs, or make something else, a beanie perhaps, I think that would make quite a nice beanie. But you know, beanies are not my favourite to make, truth be told. But I am just, look at that. I mean, I just love it. Just love the colours. Absolutely love it. So that's my other current work in progress. I'm very much enjoying that. And yeah, so that's all my works in progress. Not a huge amount this month. I haven't got any stash enhancements because I'm saving up for Christmas. and buying other people's stuff. And so yeah, no stash enhancements, but I do have 2 bits of vaguely exciting news. Well, I think they're exciting. First up, I have created a Ravelry group for this podcast. At the moment, it is a lonely membership of 1, which is me. So if you want to go along and check out the group, I'm really hoping to build up a nice little community of really supportive, lovely crafters where we can have a chat, get to know each other, and, you know, show off what we're making, because nobody appreciates the hard work that goes into a handcrafted product as much as another crafter. So go and check that out. It's called the Soggy Kookaburra, of course. And it's on Ravelry. I've put a link in the down bar below. So do check that out. And the second vaguely exciting thing is I've decided I'm going to host a giveaway. So when we get to 50 subscribers, which I don't think will actually be that far off, looking at the numbers. So when we get to 50 subscribers, I'm going to announce a giveaway. And being the mad, keen sock knitter that I am, obviously the prize is going to be sock knitting related. So I'm going to gift my favourite, brand new, my favourite 9-inch circular needles, which are the higher ones, and a ball of stock yarn. And the winner will get to choose, I think, of a couple of different balls that I have, and a project bag, and basically, and a printout of my favourite vanilla sock pattern. So yeah, it's a full kit basically. So somebody will be lucky and will win that. As I say, when we get to 50 subscribers, I will announce on the podcast how to enter. It'll probably just be answering a prompt either in the Ravelry group or in the comments for YouTube. And yeah, that's kind of exciting. Other than that, it's been a fairly quiet month. I don't have a lot of news to share. I've just been getting my head down, working a lot, and knitting basically as fast as I possibly can in the lead up to Christmas. We did have Halloween, which was great. We had lots of little ghosties and goblins knock at the door, which was wonderful. But now all the decorations are away and we're gearing up towards the Christmas season, which is great fun. Anyway, rather than rambling on, I will finish up here. And by all means, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave a comment. It's always wonderful to hear from you. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next month. It'll be early in December, crikey. And if we're really lucky, I might even get one in over the Christmas period. Great, so have a wonderful month. Enjoy your crafting, and I will see you soon. Bye.